This is More Myself to Kill, and you're listening to the Heavy Mental Breakdown.
More of Myself to Kill. I am actually really stoked to have you guys on. I was interviewing the boys in Boar recently,
Yes.
and we were just talking about some of the upcoming shows, and you guys are playing a show with them this Sunday at Amityville Music Hall. Yeah, they had nothing but great things to say about you guys, and I went and checked you out, and I was like, yeah, I got to interview these guys. Welcome, thank you for doing this. And every single one of the band members are here, and that is a first for this podcast. I've never had the entire band on before. So this is going to be a little bit of a different episode because it's really fun getting the perspective of the lyricist. With doing these deep dives. But it's funny that sometimes when I have more than one of the band members on, they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know you saw it this way," or "I didn't know you meant this when you wrote this." And so it's really cool, kind of seeing some of the band members break it down together. So I'm stoked that the entire band is going to be able to do this together right now. We actually get a lot deeper than you would think. So we're about to have a really cool band moment here.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Let's start off with your name. Why are you guys called More of Myself to Kill? Where did that name start from?
Joe and Kyle.
Honestly, me and Kyle were going to Guitar Center in 2014, give or take, 15. And we were just going through band name ideas. And then I remember I looked at him and I was like, yo, what if we just name it More of Myself to Kill? The first song off of Between the Buried and Me's first album. And then he was like, yeah. And that's the one. That's how it's been. It's easy. Just like that.
Nice. Okay. There you go. So is that one of your influences as a band?
Big time.
Big time.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Very cool. And you guys are from New York? Are you originally from here? Are you living here now? Kind of what is your location story?
We're from Long Island, Ronkonkoma, Wisconsin area. Kind of all slowly started drifting deeper, different ways in the island as we've gotten older, but we're still practicing in Bohemia once a week. So we're still together.
Okay. Yeah, I was doing an interview a couple days ago, and I told someone that I was recently in Long Island, and he was like, "Wait! You were not recently in Long Island."
Exactly. Yeah, I heard that too. I was just going to correct you.
I was about to correct you also.
Oh man.
So not being from New York, that's one of those things where I didn't even know. So there's a lot of rules out here, but I like it. I like it. We all have our own little rules here and wherever we live, so that's funny. But Long Island's fun. I have a lot of fun out there. I've been to Mulcahy's is a cool spot.
Cool.
Stereo Garden is a great spot to go to. A lot of fun of events, really great music. Jones Beach, I really enjoy going to that amphitheater. It's a beautiful place to go see a show. Long Island's dope. Huntington, Paramount, yeah.
Paramount.
AMH. Yep.
Yeah. So, talking about Long Island and Amityville Music Hall, is this your first time playing the music hall at Amityville, or is this one of your places that you enjoy playing at?
We've been playing AMH forever.
Cool.
They recently got renovated, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet.
Yeah. Okay. So it used to be
Good venue.
a hallway with a bar. That's what it is. And now they put an entire new sound system in. They knocked down the middle dividing wall, bought the place next door, and actually opened it up to be an actual one of the only venues left that locals can still, get a set on.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's like the stage is it's a massive stage now. Years ago, it was just like this little box, and especially being a drummer with all the gear, just sliding past everything like that. But now it's
Yeah.
with these, you just go right behind. It's beautiful.
It's almost a staple. It sounds like in the area.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
very cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, I went to Amityville because I'm a big horror fan. I've been to Amityville, so I was like, I got to go see the Amityville Horror House. And it seemed like a really small little city with a small community. And so when I found out that rock shows go there is kind of a staple there, that's really cool. Because it does seem like that part of town does seem like a very kind of family oriented community area. And it seems like the locals and everybody knows of Amityville Music Hall, and that's where you play.
Yeah, for real.
It's been around forever. So, I mean, ever since we were a band, that was a destination. And then once Revolution closed, that was really the only venue that was out there, because you have people coming from the city in Brooklyn, and then you have people coming from out east, which is like where I live. I live in Manorville, and it kind of meets everybody right in the middle, and everybody's kind of happy. It's a 35-minute drive pretty much anywhere you come from.
That's cool. Convenient spot. So you said since you've been a band, you've played there a lot. That leads me to my next question. How long have you guys been doing this for?
We
like
started
2013.
2013, me, Kyle, and our friend Connor. And then Tom, you eventually joined that trio.
I did. Yeah, so I think I think it was 2014, 2015. I joined for about a year, and then I was going to school doing other things, so I left the band for a little bit. And then, when was it? I think it was right after COVID, like 2021. You randomly messaged me, Joe, on like Twitter or something. And we were just like, you know what? We're going to get the band back together.
I tweeted, does somebody want to start a band that sounds like Cirque or Survive? And then you texted me that tweet, and you were like, yes. And then we jammed, and then I was like, yo, you should just join Mom TK. But before Tom, Connor ended up leaving the band, and we got Jake to do vocals because Connor was doing vocals at the time. And yeah, Jake's been around. Take it away, Jakey.
I joined in 2014, right? I would say.
Yep.
And,
I remember that.
Basically, they had a whole EP written, and I learned the lyrics. I recorded those, and that was Challenger Deep, our first record. After that, we went straight into our second album, which was Creation A, and that was like the first real writing experience that I got as a vocalist. I've always wanted to be in a band. I've always wanted to sing. I don't play any instruments or anything, so it was definitely a big world to step into when you go from just a metal fan to three classically trained musicians that know exactly what they're doing. I mean, Joe's been taking lessons since he was a little kid.
And being in the front of it.
Yeah, that too. You got to learn how to do it,
Yeah. So you guys have been doing this for a minute then. You guys have been around for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
How does
old man?
We're old, except for Jeff.
Not that old.
All right. Well, that leads us to why we are here today. Your song called Woven. What does this song mean to you? Why did you guys choose to break this one down?
Me personally, me and Kyle and everybody really discussed it this morning about what we wanted to go through and break down. We kind of all agreed that lyrically, this song has the most going on with it. There's not. So basically, just to cut this, it's a concept album. So everything since Creation A till this point was a collective story that started and ended with that song. So it was just something that we kind of felt puts a good bow on the album and would be something cool to break down as far as what it means and what we were going through trying to get that song out.
What year did this one come out?
24?
No,
Okay.
March, February
This year.
February of
This year.
25?
Yep.
25.
Wow,
Gotcha.
I'm flies.
That old man brain, baby.
How have your fans received this song?
I mean, from what I've heard from the few people that have directly talked to me about this song, they liked it. They thought it was different. I mean, a lot of our songs in the past have been kind of, bridge core, like not a lot of choruses and stuff. So like this one, it was nice to have kind of like stanzas that not repeat, but time signatures that kind of follow each other throughout different parts of the song. But I mean, overall, the whole album was received pretty well. We had a couple of reviews come out, and I mean, everybody was, in favor of what we did.
This is Woven by More of Myself to Kill. Let's break it down. We got some lyrics to dive into already. I am unearthed. Foreshadowing, they peer through the smoke, let them challenge me. Thick is the fog of revenge. I am unearthed. I'm not even here. Break this down, Jake.
All right, so basically this song opens up with one of the characters in our concept, named the Butcher, basically taking control of the other being who is labeled as Patient Zero.
Patient Zero.
Quick synopsis. Patient Zero is a government experiment that was injected with a serum that split his personalities into 3 different personalities. 2 he can't control, and then 1 that is his own. And during this song, the Butcher takes full control of his body, mind, and future. So I Am Unearthed is the Butcher coming to power for the first time throughout both albums.
Foreshadowing. They peer through the smoke, let them challenge me. Thick is the fog of revenge. Basically just ready to go, huh?
Yeah. He's in a predicament where the people that want him dead are in the haze and in the fog of what he's left in his wake. And the thick is the fog of revenge is basically that you can't really see clearly when you're vengeful and all you want is to win.
Seeing red.
Yes.
They want him dead. That reminded me of Frankenstein. They want him dead. Almost like this creation almost that was unearthed himself.
Yep.
All right, well let's keep breaking this track down. Shit. Wow. How are your pits at your shows?
I mean, recently...
sometimes
go ahead.
Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes people they'll go crazy.
Yeah.
But sometimes they kind of just stand there. I don't think I don't think they're bored. I don't think they know what to do.
I can understand that. I can totally get that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm grateful for whoever watches. I think whoever just has 10 minutes to just
whoever's doing the nod.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all you need is the cross arm.
Exactly, the cross arm. Yeah.
That's it.
The stink face. If I see them like headbanging and then lose time, and then like they're going up
exactly.
Feet, while we're going on a down. I think that's awesome.
Especially with that one section, how it's bum bum ba bum ba 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 bum. It's
I love that.
Again, I couldn't even tell you the exact time signature. It's like I kind of go on feel with a lot of these riffs.
Yeah,
but it's not the 4/4.
No, it's not at all. No,
not at all. Not at all. It kind of it has the DNA. It's very chuggy, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun to listen to.
Two-stepping, but.
Right.
Well, you can maybe three-step. You can do something to it.
You can three-step.
Well, there's definitely some elbows and fists being thrown in the air, so that's
so.
That's fun. It is fun. I love this. This is a good song. So brought forth upon this world this endless imbalance. Glowing eyes of onyx, the serum floods his veins, lead to this moment. From woven paths he wades. Very poetic there, Jake.
I was just gonna say, who's that? Edgar Allan Poe?
Hey, Edgar Allan Poe wrote this one.
That was Kyle himself.
Mr.
Kyle.
Yeah.
So break this one down.
Yeah, so I mean, going back to Creation A lot of these themes all come together. So when he's talking about the serum, that's the song 3XFP is the serum that was injected into the patient zero, which is, all this kind of ties together. And this moment in the song is where the butcher is taking control, like Jake said earlier. And I mean, it kind of just paints this picture of this entity just rising up, onyx eyes just black and just evil, and then basically that's the point of the song is the butcher finally manifests himself and is able to I guess bring this evil onto the world, and that's where all this kind of ties in. This whole moment when it says woven paths, we'll get into it deeper into the song, how everything is all tied together into this one moment in time.
Well, with that being said, let's keep rocking out. Sorry, go back a little bit. All right, we got some stuff to dive into there. A crowd of death encasing. You won't escape with your life, but I say let them try. His memories erasing, a purgatory awaits. He has sealed his fate. Is this one Kyle or Jake?
It was a little mixture.
I think we both traded on that one.
Oh, okay. So this was a dual moment here.
Yeah.
I like it.
A lot of times me and Kyle will both write almost full songs to the same song worth of lyrics, and then we'll pick and choose what fits better in that story point or in that rhythm or whatever. And sometimes we just take one stanza from him and one stanza from me and make a crazy evil baby.
Crazy.
Yeah. So these lines here, what does this mean for the story?
During this point in the story, the crowd of death encasing is basically like in the past, all those people that are there to kill him and basically end his life, he's talking to the patient, saying, "You won't escape with your life, but I say let them try," meaning the wayfarers, the other person in the story is saying, you should at least give it a chance and not just give up and give this evil entity all of this power just because you're afraid or because there's a looming threat.
Yeah. That's a great way to look at a lot in life, no matter really what you're doing.
Yeah.
This was always meant to be.
Yeah, I guess the point of this story is basically there's endless cycles that just will always go on repeat. So this, I guess the whole story loops. It's a whole loop and will always repeat, which, I mean, you can kind of tie that into a lot of things like, basically history repeats itself. Everyone kind of falls into patterns. And, this is kind of the exact same thing where this point in history, this point in time of the story always happens over and over again on a constant loop. And the Wayfarer is trying to get the patient to break that cycle.
So as in, I know that this is a big part of the story and the struggle that the character goes through. As far as mental health is concerned, what kind of a role does that play when you are kind of creating these characters? Are you trying to write them in a way that could also inspire and tell other stories, and kind of like how we're talking about how we can relate some of this to just like regular day life? When you guys are writing these lyrics, is it more storytelling, or is it more kind of feeling, coming from perspective and past traumas or stuff like that? Like where does the core of these stories come from?
I think it's a reflection of everybody's story and everybody's life choices and stuff like that. I mean, the way I always looked at it when I was going into it was I wanted to write the most descriptive, poetic way of describing A to Z. Meaning, this is the concept.
Poetic. I like that.
And we took, this is what needs to happen during this section of the album, or this needs to happen during this song. And me and Kyle really sit there and kind of, like I said, trade back and forth and say, like, this isn't emotional enough, or this isn't the right wording for that, the way this person's feeling. So it's more of an empath way of writing than it is internal, introspective. It's more extrospective. Is that a word?
Extrospective.
So I mean, yeah, definitely, the feelings are real, but the story is not.
Right.
How we would react in cases of sorrow or torment or unknowingness or just everyday, struggles of power, and this person tells you to do something you don't want to do, but you're going to sit there and do it anyway because that's how the world works.
Everyday, you say everyday internal struggles with power, is that what you said?
Yeah, just, basic things.
I like that. I'm going to remember that.
A little good versus evil kind of always happening.
Yeah.
Making the right decision,
yeah,
thing to do or not,
And I like that you took the multiple personality route as well, because I'm big like psychological thriller fan, and one of the movies that this kind of reminds me of is like a Jekyll and Hyde character, and just imagining that character but adding on another personality. It's almost like someone who's bipolar, or someone who has multiple personality disorders. It's real struggle stuff. It's real life, and to me, that's the scariest stuff in the world. It's stuff that is real and that could happen, and the way our mind plays tricks on us.
The whole concept behind the whole story was a song we wrote called Patient Zero, which was on our last album, and I believe it was Kyle who really teamed up with me and Connor because you had a dream, right?
Yeah, this whole story kind of came to me in a dream.
Interesting.
I woke up at like 2 a.m. and wrote everything down, and basically I just wrote all the lyrics to Patient Zero, and then kind of backfilled the music to match it. But yeah, I mean, I woke up, it was like 2 a.m. and just started writing, and then I sent it to Joe.
Like a deep sweat.
Yeah. When I explained it to the rest of the guys, Connor basically took the idea and he ran with it, and we kept bouncing ideas back and forth with each other. We were all kind of just sitting in a room, bouncing ideas off and writing this story, and that would pretty much I can't even speak.
Culmination.
What it is today. There you go.
Matt, when Connor, correct me if I'm wrong, when Kyle went to all of us with the original idea of Patient Zero, Connor came back like maybe a week or two later with like a booklet of ideas, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna have a concept for what do you say? Like the next 5 to 7 years, we're gonna have 5 to 7 albums worth of concept." Much love to Connor Young. We fucking love you, bro. We miss you.
Tom and Jesse, how do you guys feel about all this? These lyrics and this deepness, and what these lyrics mean to you guys.
So I'm the newest member of the band. I joined February of this year, so pretty much all of this was done kind of before I joined.
So then, actually, when you first heard this song, what did it mean to you?
I was just getting filled in on the story like not too long ago, but I'm also a big like horror, like sci-fi fan, so I really am into these kind of big climaxes of albums and of stories and of movies. I was kind of like, it kind of reminded me of like the ending of Parallax 2 by Between the Buried and Me. Another way that I guess that they influence us. And yeah, I mean, pretty much what Jake and Kyle said about like the I mean, we're gonna get into this at the end of the song, but like the good and bad parts of people, how that's represented like metaphorically, I think is a kind of a more real life aspect that you could take take out of this story. So.
Tom, when I had said the Jekyll and Hyde comment, I saw you do one of these things.
I did because I knew that you were going to go into from Jekyll and Hyde. You kind of go into the multiple personality type thing, which is what most of this is based off of. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a newer member, so I'm not so involved in the lyric writing. But one thing I wanted to mention is that I feel like this song is probably, at least on this EP, it's definitely the most like chaotic song. Especially the section that you just played, that bam, 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 with all the blast beats. Like, and Kyle can tell you too, and Jesse and Joe, that is such an insanely difficult part to play.
That's the hardest
live.
part.
It is literally. Yeah. It's like I am sweating as soon as that part is coming up. I'm sitting there like, oh, here we go.
And then Tom, once you get to the like bum 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 bum, bum
it's like big sigh.
Yeah,
it's such a big sigh of relief.
Yeah, you get to just take that break there. Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like how whatever Jake and Kyle, how you just mentioned how that section of the song has to do with patterns repeating, cycles repeating. So you're, discussing those topics, but at the same time it's like the most absolutely chaotic thing we've probably ever written. And then all of a sudden it just releases into kind of a I want to say like I want to say like a basic hardcore riff, but just bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum bing ba, and then it just kind of calms down right after that. I really want
and
to.
It's still like a little eerie because like that's
what it is.
It's like up down.
It has the whole harmonic minor thing going on. 100%.
Yeah, it's almost like when you start to talk about your feelings and how you're really feeling about life. It's like
exactly.
It's like you want to get it out. Like let's just create something fucking nuts right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that section is. God, what was that? That's 13-8, right? That was a fun fact. We actually wrote that song, that section, me and Kyle, in what, 2020? We were like,
yeah. I bet you did.
Let's start a Red Dead Redemption 2 cover. And that song was originally for Sadie Adler, if anyone knows.
That's the working title, Sadie. We still call her that, by the way.
There are so many bands that I've talked to who are so thankful for 2020 because it got so much great art out of them. Whether you were scared or mad or sad or going through hard, no matter what you were going through, it was some heavy emotions going on that year, and people needed to let it out somehow. So a lot of this music has come from that aggression, and it's been interesting to see how people take it and where they've pulled those inspirations from. So I like that you brought up 2020 there.
Yeah, man. Me and Kyle wrote a lot. I feel like that one night in particular, we wrote like 3 different songs. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like right after we were allowed to go out, I guess. And we just had ideas after ideas after ideas. And then we're like, what about this? What about that? And just like, it just never stopped for a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sparked something in you guys.
Absolutely. I remember very vividly, like the first time that I actually practiced with you guys in 2021. So this was right after the pandemic. Pretty much all I knew, because again, like I was out of the band at that point for 5-6 years, still friends with you guys, of course. But I listened to Creation A. I'm like, this is fucking awesome, nice. And then you guys showed me the new songs that are on this EP, and I was like, what the fuck happened? No, I think definitely the emotions, the isolation, what have you about COVID, that definitely had a lot to do with that.
All right, well, we still have quite a bit of lyrics to dive into, so let's keep rocking out. All right, I actually have some stuff to say about that one. Yeah, I mean, this one to me personally is kind of heavy. These lyrics here, so now that I'm kind of getting an understanding of who this character is and what the story is and what it means and some of the emotion behind it, for me, someone who deals with a lot of mental health and bipolar and repeating cycles, so it's to me that just goes straight to mentally. It's like, okay, I'm getting better, wait, no, I'm not. I'm getting better again, wait, no, I'm not. And until 3 parts intertwined, because sometimes I feel awesome, sometimes I feel normal, and I feel great, and that on myself, and then the cycle continues again, and I'm down again, and then I'm up again, and then I'm back and I'm fine. So I feel like for a moment in time we are unified, 3 parts intertwined. Like for a moment I'm me, I can finally like feel things until the cycle ends, and then born again and right back into it. Rip them limb from limb, finally free again, seeing to your soul, see your foolishness, and then you lean to the things I was just saying. Yeah, those lines are heavy, and I think I understand where some of that came from. But whoever wrote that, let's break that down a little bit.
I think you hit the nail on the head, man.
Yeah. I think it's definitely right on with what you said. A lot of times it's like you got to look into yourself to see like how silly you're being about something, or like
yeah,
how it's actually your fault that certain things have happened the way that they have, and like
taking accountability is not easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. No, like I said, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's that constant cycle, that pattern of the highs and lows, Story wise, that's, you have the patient, wayfarer, and butcher as the three parts, all, as one in this moment, and then, this constant repeating pattern of, this basically this battle of good versus evil and what's going to come out on top, and it just keeps happening over and over again. But yeah, like you said, I mean, the highs and lows of life, I mean, we all hit that, some days are good, some days are bad.
Yeah,
you're saying like it repeats and it repeats and it repeats, but you know what, it all falls back to the one count. It's all okay, you know what I mean? Like everything just it keeps happening, but then it cycles back to the beginning, and hopefully you just build from there and everything's good,
I feel like for me, out of those lyrics, I feel like it's almost like just the way it's, in a moment of time we're intertwined. It feels like you kind of step back and take perspective. So I know a lot of the song is, it's a little more introspective, and then it kind of takes a step back, and it's like in this moment it's intertwined. And for me, it's kind of like take a step back, look at everything, and this cycle repeats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I've always seen it.
Heavy. We got more lyrics to dive into, so let's keep rocking out to this. Okay. Hold on. Before we get into that, I kind of lost myself in the moment there for a second. That was fun. This is a great song. I fucking love this song. Void of life. He needs us to survive, but if we die, he will not thrive. Only you can save us, or you will enslave us. We will be a failure. Will you be the savior? Let me kind of dive into what it means to me real quick. It sounds like when you say he needs us, he cannot thrive. It's still the same person. It's like I need that part of me to be able to survive right now. I need that part of me to survive. We all have these different, not personalities, but we all have like that part of us that it's like, come on, man, like pick it up. We need to do better. Like we all have that inner dialogue with ourselves. So I feel like this is a very like inner dialogue moment for somebody with multiple personalities, kind of talking in second person, third person. But it's saying that if we die, we cannot thrive. So deep down, that like you have the strength to get through this shit. But if you die, like you cannot thrive and you have to save yourself. Will you be the savior? Almost saying that you have to be the one to save yourself. That's what I get from it.
I love that. I always wanted like someone to like relate to the lyrics and not like the concept. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's really cool to relate to a story. Like, how we get attached to TV shows and movies? I think the same thing could be with music for, like, concept albums. I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I get, not that I get, it's new to me. Movies are kind of, like, a new thing to me. I get, like, I'm trying to say, like, for example, Wicked. I love Wicked. I cannot stop listening to the soundtrack. Wah, cry about it. Wah. It comes out on Friday. And
I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan, by the way.
Dude, see,
massive.
You know like,
I'm a massive Oz fan. Yeah. I went to Kansas a couple years ago. They have have you been to the? Well, I don't know if you knew this, but in Womega, Kansas, there's an Oz museum. You can go and there's props and costumes, and you can like watch the movie. They have it's like Disneyland for Wizard of Oz. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, they have an Oz museum. I'm sorry, it's not Oz. An Oz winery, where you can go in and try like all these different. The
elixir that they drink in the movie.
They probably have it then.
What's his name? Jeff Goldblum. But yeah, I feel like if people like if I get attached to like a soundtrack and somebody can get attached to any music that has a story behind it, I just think it's like an awesome thing. Is Jake gone? Where'd Jake go?
He's right there.
No, he's still hanging out down there.
My my icon is hovering.
Gotcha. So lyric guys, Kyle and or Jake, who is the one who wrote this that section that I just read, or still combination?
This whole song was a mix and match because me and him really like buckled down because this was the last song we wrote lyrics for, and we had to get it done because it was 4 years, right, since we started.
Mm-hmm. So my interpretation of what I just read, in the eyes or the ears of the writers, was I kind of on point with the character, or was I totally just in my own world like I usually am?
You were close. Definitely had themes that you definitely got right. The biggest thing is when we wrote this, it was all about how the butcher wants to win, but he can't win if the patient is dead, because the patient is the butcher. Mm-hmm. So he needs us to survive, meaning that if we eliminate ourselves, we eliminate the evil. But if we eliminate ourselves, we also eliminate the good. So it's a give and take, and the part where it's only you can save us or you will enslave us is meaning it's either sacrifice yourself or give in to slavery, basically, to be taken over and not be yourself anymore.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to add on to that, this all ties into the beginning track, Nova, on the EP, where it's, a lot of these lyrics kind of, it starts with some of these, I am alive, I have thrived, and then it winds up back to that same spot, which then again talks about this cycle again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, how Jake said, where if the patient, sacrifices himself, he's basically saving the world of the evil because it's all connected. That's pretty much how it is. But I really like your interpretation of it because it's true. I mean, that's how you said it is. There's a lot of inner conflict that exists, and for us, that self-reflection where you kind of got to pick yourself up. You got to know your faults and then see what you can do to change it, or to to build on and get through the day, whatever it is.
Yeah, love it. Well, we still got more story to come with this character, so let's keep diving into this.
This is your
right, I know it's almost already over, but I feel like I should have stopped it a while ago. But I was so into it. I was like, I want to see where this goes. um, so this is not a possession. This is your decision. That's heavy there because that you can relate that in the mental health way where it's like no one is forcing you to make these decisions. Like you're doing this to yourself.
Yep. Exactly.
And you can't put this on anybody. You have to take responsibility and just own it in a way. And 3 parts will always contend. And then there's your 3 characters. What are you holding out for? This is your opportunity. He must die. So I had a question here for this part. Because it almost sounds like you're on the right path, but with this, it flips again. Now there's somebody else coming in saying something, or did one of the parts turn their back on the others? Like what is this moment here?
It's the wayfarer speaking to the patient, telling him he needs to make that sacrifice in order to stop the evil from fully manifesting and, I guess bringing the evil, onto the world. So he's making that, he must die is the patient has to die so the butcher can die because it's all one person, one complete entity, but split out so we can pull it back in.
He's basically letting the patient know that this is his last opportunity to end it before he fully takes control, and the patient no longer has a say. The wayfarer speaks for all good.
That's a scary thought to have. If your own thoughts can take that much control of you, that's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm. And they do.
Yeah, they do. I must kill myself. Another chance at survival. I can't breathe. With this blade, I repeat this journey. Now he's just coming to terms with, I have to die.
Yep. He's at such a low point in defeat that he's talked himself
to this defeated moment.
Yes, from the beginning he's been talking to himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad story, like
it is
that he has to come to this horrible end.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
And the saddest part is that he did it to himself.
Yeah.
It wasn't a possession. You did this. You could have you could have went up. And I don't know what up is, but just whenever we're in a bad position, there's things we can do to get ourselves out of it. But instead of doing that, you took a route of something different. Like it just, comparing this to everyday life, maybe you took your kind of aggressions out with alcohol or other substances, and it's just like you could have made one decision, but you made this decision. And it's now led you to exactly where you're at today, and you have no one to blame but yourself. Kind of going back to accountability, what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, 100%.
Plunge his blade deep into my chest. Feel the release after thousands of years.
The butcher's iconic weapon or just signal or sign is a blade. It's been, whether you interpret it as a butcher's knife or a regular chef's knife or whatever, it's up to you. But he basically is saying that, like, I'm going to use the evil to kill myself, to void the world of evil. And it's kind of like a poetic tie of...
Yeah, it's almost how there's that quote of, people who are suicidal who think that the world would be a better place if they weren't here. That's kind of what this sounds like to me.
It is, but it's also tied into the fact that he knows that if if he ends everything, he gets to start again. So to combat the darkness, is as we get further into the rest of the song, he knows that at this point in the story that the only way to try to defeat the evil again is to start over. So whether that's taking his own life now, that might bring another chance at him to have a successful, fulfillful life in the future.
It's almost like us trying to kill off the side of the part of us that we hate, the part of us that we hate when we go through this certain thing. So let's kill. I want to kill my just urge to get upset at little things, or kill, you know, my angry part, my sad part. Like, I don't want to be that person anymore. So it's like we can all like relate our emotions to our own, like its own personality almost. So we can all have like 5 or 6 or 7 of us in us at one time. And it's just killing off that part of us that we don't like.
10 out of 10. Nailed it.
Yeah, no, when we started today, you were like, oh, what's the band name? And I'm like, oh, it's the Between the Buried and Me song. But Jake forever has been saying literally what you just said. The band, it's about taking the parts you don't like and just killing it off.
Yeah, that's what this song represents. This song kind of represents your band.
It's a really honestly, it's a really cool way to look at it.
Then put the album on loop.
I mean, it was kind of meant for you guys to choose this one, and you came to it as an agreement as a band, and this is what we're doing, and this is you guys. This is fucking awesome.
Good job, guys. We did it.
Cool. Well, we have about 30 seconds left of this track, so let's write it out. Oof. Okay. Now going to do the second breakdown, Patient Zero.
That song is so old. That's like
2015, 2016, right?
Yeah.
Great song.
All right, well, the lyrics ended with, I am not failure. Bridge this existence into a new. I have died. I am alive. So it's ultimately a comeback story.
Yep.
Yeah, it's, you know, you've done all this to yourself, and, you know, you've realized that, again, taking accountability for your actions and realizing that you're the one who needs to do this and pick yourself back up, kill off that side that you know isn't you. And that's what this character did, and he feels alive again, and he feels like he can be himself again. It's pretty dope.
Cycle continues.
Yep, until it repeats again. That's it.
And then a little fun fact: the ending of that song,
interesting.
That pattern, that the end, that ending riff is the same pattern as the beginning riff of the first song of the album. So again, goes back into it. It all cycles.
Knowing he cycles, yeah, wow. That goes back to my favorite part of the song. Where is it? Until the cycle ends, we'll be born again. Face rests in your hands. And then here we go. Wow. This is a cinematic, poetic track here that you really have to, you know, once you dive into the lyrics and the character's internal struggle, it's really in depth.
Oh,
Yeah, very theatrical, right?
Yeah.
My girlfriend got me in, going back to Wicked. She got me into like Broadway, and I'm just saying, like every time I listen to something on Broadway, I kind of like, not that we sound like a Broadway band, but like I don't know, the theatrics are there.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like it's like the same thing with life. Like everything's like not as crazy as it seems, but everything's hectic and chaotic. But also at the same time, it's not. But also at the same time, it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Check us out, Monty K on Ice.
Monty K on Ice.
For
No, I
real.
can't skate.
At the Nassau Coliseum.
Tom, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you think about all
That
this?
song is a fantastic ender to a fantastic EP. I think it wraps up everything in a nice little bow. And then, like I said before, how it ends up, the ending riff goes into the beginning riff. The lyrics,
Yeah, I love that you guys did that. Yeah,
and the lyrics they all come together so that it gives the exact message that we're talking about right now, about the cycle begins again. The three personalities, it kind of wraps everything up. Even throughout Creation A, the previous album, this all kind of takes it in, and then it ends in that big ba 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 ba. It kind of just blows up back to the beginning.
One thing before I forget that I wanted to go back to, I wrote down. I don't remember who said it, but somebody said that this song was difficult to play. Like
Thomas saying that.
It's very fucking
physically
difficult.
Yeah.
Extremely difficult to play.
Yeah, it's very
I don't want to say it's annoying to play, but there's one riff during it's the chaotic part that I mentioned, the bam 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 bam, where all the bass where all the blast beats are going, I should say. I remember the first time that Kyle and Joe played that song in front of me, I looked at Kyle's hands and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, fuck. There was so much movement.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually we have it tight. It sounds great, but that was not fun to learn. It's a great riff, though.
And we like end the set with that sometimes. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, so it's like, give it all you got. One more, guys. Let's go. There's one more mile left.
exactly.
Let's go.
At the last
So
show,
many
we played
words.
the whole EP, like all the way through. So it's like fifth song out of, and then we actually played another song after it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
So that one, as soon as we're about to start, we all look at each other and we go like, we all take a big gulp, like, oh fuck,
You guys ready?
It's not.
So I have a band question now.
Yes.
This is for anybody, or anybody can answer it. All can answer it. Since this is a mental health podcast, I'm kind of gonna bring it to that for a sec, and relate difficulty playing as far as doing something physical that is difficult. While you are writing lyrics that are this deep and emotional, and so in depth, what is that kind of mental health balance for you guys, doing this physical thing that you love, getting out emotions, to be happy and do what you love, but it also being something kind of hard and physically to do at points? What is that relation to the actual creation of music and to your mental health, and how does that benefit you?
Good question.
It's a deep question.
Very good question.
Like for example, drumming. There is something to be said about physically hitting something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like boxers who hit the bag. It's the drummer who goes on and just hits all the
very,
cymbals,
very physically demanding too. Like it's like a full body workout pretty much. But when I'm writing my parts or playing my parts, I try not to like overplay or anything. I feel like I don't really do that many flashy things. I don't want to like, so I used to get like really bad, like I wouldn't say stage fright, but I was afraid of messing up. And I remember like everybody, you mess up your first couple shows, and I would like take offense to that, and I would get like so upset with myself. Even at like band practice, Kyle, remember in the basement I used to like throw my drumsticks across the room?
Yep.
Like I thought like if I messed up, it would be the end of the world and it would make me a bad player and people would see me as a bad player.
The pressure and the weight that we put on ourselves is fucking nuts sometimes.
Yeah, and like honestly, not for nothing, like if you see a band and the drummer like messes up, like like you could totally tell. Well, it's not like I've dropped sticks, but like I've figured out how to like make it sound good when I pick the stick up. But something I always tell myself is I'm playing an instrument. I'm not, this isn't like
open heart surgery.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to enjoy it. I remember at one point I was like teaching drums full time, and it was just all I was doing is playing drums, and like not that I hated that or anything, like I loved it.
It became a job.
Yeah, and like it wasn't fun, and like we were starting band practice at freaking 9:30. And band practice didn't start at 9:30. We show up at 9:30. By the time we're done setting up and talking, because we've known each other since we're 15 years old, like it's 10:30, and like that's when it was like
exhausting.
Nah. Yeah. Like I do this for fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing it for so long. Like I wouldn't trade it. Like I said earlier in the chat, earlier in the podcast. I could play to a room of 5 people or 200 people. It doesn't matter. As long as like one person enjoys it, then I'm fine. Then I'm happy. Then I'm content.
And you know what you said earlier about you used to kind of get nervous that you would fuck up on stage and stuff. First off, I feel that's extremely normal, especially if you're putting on performance, but also it showed that you really cared about what you were doing.
Yeah.
And everybody else's experiences, crowd and bandmates, like that all mattered to you.
Yeah, 100. Even like I was telling them today, like even like setting up at shows, like I get agita. I'm like,
absolutely,
oh my god, and like Jake, I feel like you've looked at me and you've been like, dude, stop, like calm down. I remember one instance. I don't know. It might have not been you, but I was setting up my drum set outside. And the rack, like the drum rack collapsed, and I'm like about to go on stage, and I'm freaking out. And Jake, I'm pretty sure it was you. You looked at me and you were like, "Stop! Like, take a breath." And like my heart's going like playing blast beats. And I looked at Jake and I took a breath, and it was all good. It was all good. You just got to be calm too, like.
Joe, I have a funny story actually that has to do with this. And actually it's funny because it relates to the song. So when I first joined, which was February this year, I had to transcribe all the songs myself because there was no tabs for them. And I had the first 4 songs like fully down. And then this song, like Tom said, is very difficult. And there's a lot of weird like time signatures and stuff. And I finally get home for spring break from college, and like I'm getting ready for the first practice, and like I just like forgot to finish learning this, so I kind of crammed it in like a few hours before the first rehearsal, and I show up and we play the full EP, and I was like freaking out, and I was like very over apologetic, like, guys, I'm gonna like fuck this up really badly. And we played it, and I was like, I just felt like very embarrassed, and all you guys were like, no, that sounded good, like what are you talking about? And
Jesse, man, you like changed the band, bro.
Big,
so good.
Big shout out to Jesse. He's incredible. You learned all of that stuff so fast. I remember when I first joined, again, when was that? That was like 3 years ago. It probably took me a solid year before I was like confident playing the songs, because coming from not knowing them at all, you listen to it, it's like, all right, here's one riff, here's another riff, here's another riff. And like we kind of joke around, at least when they were teaching me, they were like, all right, we're halfway through the song and there's still 13 riffs left. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like when I was like,
and eventually it comes
13
up,
more.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. But
That's
again,
funny.
Jesse learned it so quick. I eventually learned it. I still mess up even nowadays. Like,
Yeah, we
Kyle
all
will look at me at practice and he looks at my hands and he's like, "No, go up, go up." I'm like, "Fuck."
Well, you guys
They're
all
tough
seem
songs.
very humble, and it definitely comes from. I think it was Joe. You said that you guys have all kind of known each other since you were like 15.
Yeah.
You know, so like a lot of this stuff, it's great that it kind of comes naturally because you guys feel comfortable with each other, and yeah, like it doesn't seem like anybody has egos or anything. So it's like if one person is kind of filling the weight, you guys kind of pick each other back up and like, no, you guys are good. Just take a breather. You're good. No, Jesse, no, you came in, you killed it. No, Joe, you like there was no reason to stress that, you know, before that show. Like you're good, and you guys got each other. And I feel like that's a huge core element of creating like a successful band, and that's why 10 years later you guys are still rocking out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's
I feel like I was gonna say every now and then at a rehearsal, sometimes we just have a bad rehearsal. What I like is that we'll all look at each other and we'll just laugh. It's kind of like, oh, like we fucking suck tonight.
Yeah, like it is
but
what it
nobody's
is.
blaming anyone else. So like sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, I was so bad. Joe will be like, oh, I fucked up. Kyle's like, oh, I couldn't do it. But it's like we never blame each other. We just sometimes it is what it is. And
It is, yeah.
lately we've been killing it. I'm not gonna lie. We've been
You know,
killing it.
Good.
It's like a world that, you know, demands perfection. It's nice to be human and just
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
It's that it's you guys are going through you guys are going through your
Thanks, guy.
for a moment in time we are unified. That's what you guys are going through right
Exactly. We're always unified.
now.
We love each other.
That's awesome. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to say about that question, or about the physical act of playing something and playing music and how it's how it's helped your mental health?
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
And
Even though you're a Devils fan, you go ahead.
I think I missed. I think they're playing right now. I hope they're winning. Probably best team in hockey. Anywho, I believe every single human being should learn an instrument, even if it's for a month. I think it's a form of self-care. It's literal therapy. Like, even if you suck at it, like, who cares? I've been teaching drums for like 8 years, and I always tell my students, child or adult, I'm like, have fun with it. You're not playing at Madison Square Garden.
Take the pressure off.
Yeah, for real. And like, I started telling myself that, and I feel like ever since I started saying that to myself, which is something I need to do. I need to like remind myself that it's like okay to like mess up. It's okay to like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
okay to have a show where you don't hit every beat. You know, it's okay.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Dude, I be dropping my sticks.
Yeah.
I be dropping my sticks.
I can just add to that really quick.
Yeah.
For me, it's a big, like, in terms of the physical aspect and how that relates to the mental aspect, it's a super, like, cathartic thing, especially with, like, these types of, like, aggressive songs where, like, you're really just kind of giving it, like, 100% of your effort, you know?
Wow. It's a workout to play these songs.
Yeah, like we're always, like, drenched in sweat at the end of these rehearsals.
Yeah, I bet.
So, like, and also for me, like, I was actually a fan of these guys, like, for years, because Kyle was my guitar teacher back in, like, 2019. And I still feel like a fan, honestly, which is kind of funny. I've been in the band for, like, almost a year. But, so for me, it's really fun to be able to, like, nerd out about this type of music that we all kind of have a shared interest in. So I think for all of us, it's a big,
awesome.
Like, very, like, positive, like, cathartic thing. Also, Joe, do not check the Devils score. You're not gonna.
You know what? I was just gonna say 5-1. 5-1.
Oh, what the fuck? Why you got to 5-1?
Wait, who are they playing? Who are they playing right now?
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa.
God.
Didn't they just win the cup? Aren't they the champions?
No, who won the cup last year? Wait, why am I?
Or did they win the year before that? I forget.
No, they won a couple years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a couple years now.
Dude, the Mets got to bring back Pete Alonso.
There it is.
Yeah.
No one cares about the Mets joke.
I do. I care so much.
No one cares about the Mets.
I am so thrown off. You live in Long Island you live on Long Island, but you're a Devils fan and a Mets fan.
Most Long Islanders are Mets fans.
Oh, okay.
No, that's how it goes.
Is it? Okay. I'm learning so much here in this interview. Okay, go on.
Nassau, Suffolk, and Queens tend to be Mets fans, and then like Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Bronx tends to be Yankees fans. Of course, there's exceptions, but that's like
okay.
Yeah.
Why do you want to be a Yankee fan? You just get into the sport and you're gonna pick the best.
27 rings.
That's true.
No, you be me, and you root for the teams that are terrible: the Mets, the Jets, the Knicks, and the Devils.
Wait, are you actually a Jets fan?
Dude, till the day I die, gangrene. And
I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Flesh-eating disease.
I'm sorry, dude. Like that's rough.
It builds character. It builds character.
I'm sure.
God,
you have interesting choices.
I do it to myself.
You do it to yourself, exactly. See, this song is very relatable to everyday life. That's what I'm talking about. It's awesome.
Joe, you have to kill that part of yourself, and then you'll be good.
Dude, I know.
Kill the devil's part of you.
Kill the part of yourself that was the Mets. Jesus.
If I didn't
there
like
you go.
sports, if I cut the sports out of my life, I ready, Matthew? Full set of hair. Fully believe I have a full set of hair. I fully believe I'm bald because of the stress at the New York Mets.
Look. Yankees fan. Yankees.
Yeah.
So is it from 2006?
Dude, don't even get me started. I'll never forget my dad. Well, I went to bed early. It was.
This is my San Francisco Giants hair after they won in 2021, 2012, 2014.
New York, the Giants left.
They did. Yeah.
I don't hate the Giants. Fun fact: my MLB The Show franchise I'm playing right now, I am the San Francisco Giants, and the year is 2030.
2030.
2030, I'd be playing.
So Barry Bonds came back. The AI Barry Bonds came back in.
No, I think you're forgetting about the 2016 wild card game.
Is that the?
Oh, sick to my stomach. Fuck the Giants.
Yep.
Wait, is that the one?
Travis Ishikawa. Walk off. Yup. Against
walk off.
No. This was at Citi Field. The Mets were the home team.
Oh wow. Was it Brandon Belt?
It was someone. It was scoreless for like 8 innings, and then Jurice Familia gave up a 3-run homer in the top of the 9th, and they lost 3-0.
No. Oh, Travis Ishikawa hit the walk off to send them to the World Series.
That was that.
Matthew. Who hit the go-ahead home run?
Oh, it was Connor Gillespie.
Connor Gillespie. Connor fucking Gillespie. God damn it, asshole.
I was like 12 years old, like losing my shit at that game.
Oh man. Oh, sports.
Talking about the Mets now, and I'm getting.
I can tell.
Get it all heated. So back to the music. We'll talk about how great the Giants are after the interview. But Jesse, you were talking about how was it recently that you graduated college, or
I'm still in college actually.
Oh, you're still in college.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a senior right now, yeah.
So, playing music in a band that you love and doing what you love while you're in college, how is this helping your mental health get through a very stressful time in your life?
That's a great question, because this semester right now is kind of like pushing me to my limits a little bit. But it's a really good thing. Like, we have this show on Sunday, and like I kind of use these shows. Like, I played another band called Fear Made Flesh, like a Long Island death metal band. We just had a show, and like I use these different like shows where I come home from Boston to play these shows as little like kind of like checkpoints like through the semester, as like these fun kind of days when I can just like forget about school and like just play with these guys. So yeah, I mean it's definitely extra work, like practicing and keeping up with these songs, but like it's definitely like something that's like fun and like a creative outlet to like help with the stress.
Yeah, it's like, a lot of college students take time out of the day or the week to do some sort of therapy for themselves, whether it's talking to a therapist or, taking a hike out in nature. But it's like, what you do, you're just like, I'm going to go and fucking rock out and get this massive workout playing, music I love with.
Yeah. And I actually go to music school, so like.
Oh, cool.
It's funny.
Oh, you're surrounded by music.
Yeah, so you get bogged down with, with a lot of like theory classes and jazz stuff and all that stuff. So to play like prog metal, which is like, which is like the stuff that I really like, is a nice like breath of fresh air from, all the.
Yeah, so you're gonna bring a very analytical, style to this band then. I can already see if you're like studying music and you're doing like music theory and like you're really getting into it, like you're gonna learn how to do this stuff and you're like, hey, let's try it this way, let's try it that way, and kind of see the music aspect of it maybe a little bit of a different way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm actually primarily a guitar player, but I play bass in this band, and bass is just so fun, like compositionally, because like the riffs have already been written for these songs, and I'm kind of like mixing the old bassist parts with some of my new parts. So it's cool to like use some of that stuff that you've learned to like enhance pre-existing like songs, with your own adding your own kind of like flavor to it, so to speak.
Cool. Well, this is all fucking awesome. It's been fun chatting with you guys and getting to learn who you are as people instead of just mom tuck. So that's awesome. So yeah, no, this songwriting has been awesome. It's made me want to kind of now go back and learn more about this character and do deeper dives into what comes of this story. Anybody who wants to go and listen to you and find out more about you, where would you send them to? Where is the place to go for anything more of Myself to Kill?
We have everything on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. It's kind of whatever is easiest for you. Everything we've done is up and available for free. There's no price or anything. I think just it's kind of like to wrap it all up is like most people don't know that these albums are concept albums and there's a story. Because, I mean, honestly, most people can't understand what I'm saying. So if you take the time to listen to us, take the time to read the lyrics and really get into...
This is why this podcast is important. Yeah. He can break these things down and get in the minds of you guys, and let's figure out what this album's about. Let's figure out what the song's about. Let's have these fans care about these characters and be involved and invested into them.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
It's a dream come true for me because it's been in the back of my mind for years that like all these people that have seen us and all these people that have listened to us have no idea that like there is a beginning, middle, and an end to everything they're hearing.
So what's next for you guys? Are you working on new music? I know there's at least one show coming up. What is the rest of the year look like for more of Myself to Kill?
I think we're just gonna we have the show on Sunday, and we're obviously gonna do that, and then I think we want to write more music, record it, release it, play more shows. I think that's
this next step for us is we're taking a break from the concepts, and we're going to focus more on getting shorter songs out quicker. That obviously we don't want to lose any quality or effort, but it's just we're kind of switching up our vibes a little bit to kind of explore new feelings and new genres and new writing processes compared to the past where Tom and Jesse came in and everything was done already, and then they would come in and tweak certain things. This time is like the first real 5-piece all writing together in the same room kind of.
That's cool, and see what magic comes out of everyone's ideas. And
I feel like even like years ago, there would be times where we would spend like weeks on a song and like even like stressing about that. But
Yeah.
now, like when we're all in a room together, like it could be easy and just like not bang a song out in 30 minutes, but like really use that time and just like create something really beautiful.
Our last album that we just released took 4 years because right after COVID, I would say like 3 months after COVID, our original bassist left and moved upstate. So he was out of the picture, and he was, interested in more like writing and filmmaking and stuff like that. So he decided to move. And yeah, Connor Young. He kind of left us with like this baby of just like this brainchild of all these stories and the rest of the like how we're going to end this story. And we took everything and we rewrote it completely. So we took 2 years worth of work and then turned it to another 2 years worth of work. And they were completely different songs from when they were first written to where they are in stone today.
Yeah. We cut, what did we cut? 2 songs?
Yeah, we cut 2 songs. We mixed
songs.
them. Yeah, we took parts from each and mixed them.
I still think we should bring back the last song.
We probably should. We should.
Oh, that's so good.
Remember
Remember when I was trying to record? Remember we were trying to record in your basement and I straight up forgot how to do it?
It happens. It happens.
It was so bad.
The Mets probably lost that night. That's probably what happened.
No, you know what?
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. I had a phase where I was playing softball. Like,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Softball rules.
oh my God! I was a freaking beast. I was a beast. Hold on.
Is he going to grab a softball? Is that what's happening?
No.
Is that
I think a bat.
Just kidding. Oh, bat. Yeah, there you go.
My champion
award.
my 2021
Oh, hell yeah.
2021 Summer League champion. Shout out to Suffolk County Stu Nod, Steve Salerno, and Billy Edwards, John McNeil.
Sick.
But yeah, I remember I would like go to his house after playing like 6 games of softball. Like, yeah, let's play drums.
That's fun. You guys should do a song about softball.
They'll hate me.
Yeah, they'd hate me. Cool. Well, what else you guys got? Anything else you want to mention, or is that about it for more of Myself to Kill?
But I mean, the Devils are still losing 5-1.
Terrible.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Did everyone eat dinner? Did everyone eat?
Yes.
Everybody ate. Matt, did you eat dinner?
I had dinner. Yeah, thank you for asking.
Good.
Appreciate that.
Good.
All right. Well, then, with that being said, go Giants, go Blackhawks, go Bulls, go Lions, and have a great night, everyone. Thank you for
I don't hate the Lions.
Wait. Okay.